this announcement comes at a really pivotal time because obviously we've talked about Russia's provocation of the West. Do we need to see more actions like this actually being taken by countries who are supporting Ukraine?
Well, Ukrainians will be very relieved to see this development with the announcement by the UK. They're going to be mass producing these advanced interceptor drones. Now, this is part of an initiative under a technology sharing agreement with Kiev, and it's really come at a very critical time. You know, the movements have been in place to get this off the ground, and in the meantime we've seen those developments with the Russian drones incursion into Polish airspace. You know, the Polish Prime Minister calling this the sort of nearest that they've come to open confrontation since World War II. There is a sense that Russia's escalating when it comes to using this type of technology, and so really critical, because what we saw in the wake of Russia seeming to be testing NATO's red lines was Ukraine's President Zelensky saying, look, we don't just need words of condemnation here. We don't need empty threats. We need solid action. This is the type of solid action that they will be wanting to see. And remember, guys, you know, at the start of this in 2022, when Russia launched that full-scale invasion, one of the critical mistakes that we now know they made is that they undertook a sort of traditional land warfare tactics, you know, with heavy tanks and artillery overland, and it simply got them stuck. And we saw Ukraine mount this quite remarkable offensive against them. And the drone technology that they used at the time, the ability that they had to really utilize this cheap form of technology and weaponry, really saw them be able to hold off the Russian advance. A huge number, a huge percentage of the casualties throughout the course of the conflict on Russia's side have been attributed to the use of these types of drones. So, you know, in Ukraine right now, absolutely critical that we've seen this development, this investment from the UK. They'll be working with Ukrainian scientists developing this technology, as well as British scientists, mass producing this to get that crucial weaponry to Ukraine as it struggles to contain the threat from Russia and hold off those Russian forces on the ground from making further advances. But, you know, wider, guys, you know, globally, this is changing the nature of warfare potentially. And here in the US, that's raising some questions about whether or not America might be a little bit behind here when it comes to this kind of technology.